So what do you do when you're on your happy place and on a happy path, but you know you have to interact with other people that you know push your buttons or make you, I don't want to say unhappy, but they don't necessarily bring you joy, and you...
Well, now you're doing that thing that we talked about. You're justifying your loss of happiness. And the way we would do it, we would talk to ourselves and we would say, I haven't been trending in an established enough pattern to not notice that. In other words, don't you remember when you were a kid? Esther remembers being so happy she didn't know that her behavior was annoying her father. But her big sister knew that her behavior was annoying her father, and her big sister tried to warn her, "Stop it, you're going to get us in trouble." But trouble was not on Esther's radar. We want you to be trouble-free, not expectant of that. So what would we do about that? You could make a list of positive aspects because it's usually the same ones that are annoying you in similar ways. Is that the case? Or do you have a whole range of new troublemakers flowing constantly into your experience?
No, it's basically just one thing that's a little tough for me in my life. I have a mom who's got dementia, so every time that interaction is very...
So is that what we're talking about here? You talked about...
Yeah. I have to call my mother and check up on her.
But you were talking about work. Weren't you talking about work?
No, the work I can kind of put aside. That's just, you unplug from the job.
So speak the question really clearly here.
So I guess my question is, what do you do when you're happy and you're in your place and you have to deal with other things outside of yourself? And then that
Hear the words, and everyone understands it. You have to deal with things that are undealable, withable. So now let's go back to path of least resistance. Okay. And let's remember that it's not path of no resistance, it's path of least resistance. And so in any moment that you find yourself feeling overwhelmed
or kind of like, oh gosh, I want to hang up the phone. Like get off the phone quickly or not engage as much or whatever.
Give it another there's an emotion that's manifested within you. Is it overwhelmed or something more? What is it?
It's a little overwhelming.
Defeated?
It's a little defeated and it's difficult. It feels tough. It doesn't feel easy.
Hear how you're trying to soften a negative emotion by adding a descriptive word to it. It's a little devastating. It's moderately horrifying.
Okay.
So your emotions are basically what they are. Don't try to fluff them up.
All right. Really, it's kind of it stinks.
So what's the emotion that you're feeling?
Frustrated and a little angry because the other siblings aren't pulling their weight, and the weight is on me.
Victim.
So, okay, victim. Yeah. I don't feel like a victim, though. I kind of just feel more pissed off and annoyed.
That's because you're a fluffer. You won't let yourself use the word because it's too strong of a word. But you got to be real about how you feel, because if you don't know where you are, you cannot feel the improvement.
Okay.
That's why a lot of people don't change, is because they don't acknowledge where they are, and then even though they've made vibrational improvement, they can't note it. And so that's why we're just briefly not wanting to spend a lot of time on it. So let's just say sometimes it's just frustration, sometimes it's true annoyance, but often it's a feeling of, I just can't fix this.
I'm unempowered on some level.
Disempowerment.
Because it's disempowerment, because there's nothing you can change about an elderly person that's,
Oh, now changing. The trending really starts.
Right? So
it's all right.
So it's right. It's I can't change that, right?
Well, you can't change that,
right.
But you certainly can change your vibrational response to it.
That's what I'm having trouble with.
We know. Everyone would understand that. That's why this is a wonderful conversation that we're having and going to have here.
Thank you.
So now you've established how you're feeling. So now, remember, this goal here and now or in any moment in time is not to create a miracle where your mother is suddenly entirely different and responding to you in wonderful ways, because we love you very much, but she never, ever did that.
No, that's true. Right.
So under these conditions, this is when you want the miracle to happen?
Yeah. No.
Take it easy. Remember that when you're the creator of your own reality, you're the creator of your reality, not the creator of your mother's reality or anybody else's reality. You're the creator of your response to life. And as you accomplish that response to life that you intend, then life responds to you according to the new response to life that you've discovered. That's why things get better and better, or things get worse and worse. It's all about trending. It's all about momentum. It's all about knowing what you're doing, paying attention to what you're doing. So the important thing is you're doing just fine. We want to convey that to you. In other words, we're not wanting in any way for you to feel like you should have been doing something different, but you do really want to do something different. And here's what we would do if we were standing in your physical shoes. So here you are feeling this way. And so now we're going to focus upon the path of least resistance. So let's choose some options. Let's choose an A, B, and C option. And the first option that you come up with is usually pretty much where you're feeling. And so it's something like, I'm going to call my siblings and all of the people that should be helping me out, and I'm going to tell them I've done my duty and I'm done. She's yours. That's door number A. Now, while that has a certain amount of satisfying revenge in it, you can feel that that didn't lessen your feeling of resistance at all. So then you reach again for another option. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm just going to tough it out, and I'm just going to be the dutiful girl that I am in so many areas of my life, and I'm just going to do my best to press on, persevere, and
that's what I've been doing.
Hang in there. Well,
right.
That is what you've been doing. You've been vacillating between door number A and door number B, but yes. No improvement in your resistance. Still a path of quite a bit of resistance. So then choose again. And remember, this is not about fixing the problem that you are responding to. This is about improving the way you feel. That's all. Here's why. Because the improvement has already been gathered. You've just got to adjust your point of attraction to let it in, and it's going to come incrementally. If you improve your point of attraction just a little improvement's going to come in. And then next time you do it, a little more improvement's going to come in. In other words, incrementally, you're going to let more and more and more of what you want in. So, did you say your mother has dementia?
Yes, she has. Yeah.
Door number C.
I'm interested in door number C.
Well, you're more like GHIJ. It's all right. She didn't get here all at once. She's not going to remove all of the resistance all at once. But each time you do it and you feel a little better, then a whole new set of options open up for you next time and next time. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So door number C goes something like, my mother vacillates in the way she responds to me. And sometimes it's better than others. And I'll take that good stuff all day, every day. Next door, D. My mother has a sweetness about her now, sometimes, that I'm quite enjoying. Next door, I can feel that this is the way she's easing her way out of this life experience. She's sort of making that departure easier, and nothing at all wrong with that. Next door, I don't think my mother sees me the way I superimpose from my point of view that if it was turned around, I would be seeing. So I don't think she's pushing as hard against me as I sometimes feel that she is. Next door, I think that we probably have a better relationship than I am sometimes able to see, and I'm looking forward to being able to notice some real improvements there. Next door, I'm happy to realize that this isn't about what she understands and how she responds, and that about my response to her response. This is about me establishing where I stand, period. And I can do that. I'm already feeling better because it's not hard. You think we're helping you in some magical way. We're not. We're getting all of this from your experience. When you understand what your goal is in this moment in time, which is to improve your emotion, period. But you see, as humans, we love you so much. You think you have to solve the problem to improve the emotion. That isn't how it works. You improve the emotion and then everything adjusts to your new point of attraction. When you improve the emotion, but that's when Esther wants to say, clearly, Abraham, you need more information. Because you feel defensive and sure, you didn't come to these conclusions and opinions instantaneously, you worked on them. And so now here comes the next big one we're going to lay on all of you. You'd rather be right than feel good. And you're not wrong. She's hard. And you're not wrong. It's all on your shoulders. You're not wrong. And so you keep wanting to defend that position that you stand, forgetting that defending a position that you don't want holds you in an emotional place that won't let the new ideas in. So then what happens is, as you play this game a little bit, you rendezvous at better times with her. Other people show up that are willing to help out in this way and this way and this way. People that you don't even know. All kinds of things that you can't see because you haven't released enough resistance, but that you will be able to see. The path just keeps unfolding and getting better and better and better, even on things that feel impossible. You said a few minutes ago, it won't change. It's not going to change. It's always going to be like this. No, not even close. It is constantly going to change. And so do not misunderstand. We don't want you or anyone listening in to think that what we're doing is preparing her to cope with a sucky life. That's not what this is about. It could sound like that. Oh, you're just going to get so nothing's going to change over here, but you're going to feel better. That's what a lot of people interpret. But they're not factoring in point of attraction. When you feel better, point of attraction changes. It changes, and everything changes in response to the change that happened because you felt better. You're going to really have fun with this.
I will. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.